All right, what's going on, guys? Just want to do another daily recap for today, Wednesday, October 8th. Just jump right into it. I am feeling a little under the weather still. Been sick all week, so if I start coughing or I just sound like shit, that's why. All right, let's get into it. So, coming into today, we had displaced overnight, right? Or yesterday, my bad. And then all overnight we just accumulated, making some sort of like bear flag, if you know what that is, or pennant, or whatever you want to call it. Regardless, we were just accumulating and retracing a little bit, and it was either we were going to continue lower to previous day low and then potentially this 923 area on NQ, or we were going to distribute back higher and fill the gap. So I personally wanted to see us move higher, and I genuinely did say coming into market open that I wanted to see all-time highs, and I think the draw is all-time highs. But at the minimum, I wanted to see 191 in this 1 hour bearish fair value gap get hit. We did respect this bullish fair value gap, right, coming into market open, so that's also why. And based on structure that we were getting, I had London high here, 15-minute bearish fair value gap here. Then I had, this was just the quadrants of the 1 hour gap, that didn't matter. This is the 1 hour fair value gap high, and then the 1 hour fair value gap that I was targeting. So I have all these levels marked out on my chart to make sure that we're not reacting off of these levels and then, reversing. So that is why they were all marked out. These quadrants right here, this is the overnight gap, right? So if you trigger your chart, undo regular trading hours, you can see right here, this is the regular trading hours gap. Now, I do like to use this because price tends to go and fill at least 50% of that gap if we have one, and it's going to do it immediately. We're in the first 30 minutes market open. So after we started inversing this, bearish leg and swept out these lows, still held this 5 minute down here, I wanted to see higher prices. I said, okay, we have these 5 minutes here and we have that opening range gap. I want to see us wick down into this opening range gap and into these 5 minute fair value gaps. And then I want to see higher prices. So I'm not going to lie. There was this one trade I really wanted to take that I did not end up taking. And it was this long right here. This was so nice. We tapped in. We basically inversed. We inversed that gap right there. And you could have targeted London right here. You could have your stop. Yeah. Stop right below here. Could have targeted London right here, and then, this 15-minute fair value gap right here at 126. This is what I was looking at, and this happened so fast off the open. Like, this was so clean to me. I know a lot of people may not believe in trading right at the open, but for me, it was just so clean, like so clean. I did not end up taking this, but I will show you what I took. Obviously, then we just keep continuing higher over and over and over and over again. Just drawing higher into all-time highs and 100 points past all-time highs. I'm not really sure who else may have called out that they wanted all-time highs today because it was over 200 points away, but I called it out live on stream. So if you're not in my streams hearing me live trade, then you are simply just missing out. Like, it is what it is. It doesn't even cost anything. So this was my first trade idea. It happened. I didn't pull the trigger. What I actually did take today was this. We came down. We were wicking like this 3 minute that I had. It was like a little volume imbalance. We wicked it and tapped into this 3 minute order block. So after I saw us inverse this leg right here, I longed right here. And I was targeting this 1 hour fair value gap high. You could have targeted all-time highs. I didn't target this 1 hour fair value gap because I was taking this on EVAL, so I already hit TP once I got here for about 1.2 restore reward. But you could have held to here. This, you never got break even, never came anywhere close. I guess you could say this was close, but still like 7 points away from break even. Regardless, ran perfect. And you could have even held runners to all-time highs for 140 points. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I always tell people, like, at all-time highs, you want to see something so blatantly obvious if you're going to take a short. You don't want to just be shorting, right? You want to, the trend is your friend. You guys have heard that so many times before you even probably got into trading, but it really is. Like, I know a lot of people took this short right in here, but, like, look at this. We have these imbalances. Like, you want to see this get disrespected first. You don't want to short this, like, while we're basically at all-time highs or close to all-time highs. You're going to get cooked. So trend is your friend. If we start seeing some serious displacement, then you could take shorts, but otherwise I would just look to long when we're at these levels. So we're back at all-time highs. I wouldn't try and short tomorrow unless we get that serious displacement, which we did. We actually did. I think it was earlier in the week or it was last week where we got some serious displacement to the downside, and I ended up taking shorts even though we were at all-time highs. Okay, it was here on Monday. As you can see right here, right at open, we flushed. This 5-minute candle is 50 points. Like, that is showing us we want to go lower. Even though we ended up reversing to high day and all-time highs, you know, like, then you could take shorts. That was obvious. Look, it took one candle to invalidate all of these bullish candles. Like, that is a willingness to want to go lower. So, otherwise, don't try and fight it. Like, you don't need to have this, you know, you don't need to be right and try and time the market, because that's not going to do you any good, and you're probably not going to succeed doing it over and over. You definitely won't. No one could do that. So may as well just play with the trend. Today was a very nice trading day. Price action was pretty clean, if you ask me. Momentum was strong. Volatility was there. So hopefully we get that into the end of the week. I hope you all had a good trading day, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out.